Hi and welcome to another unboxing from the Switch Lab at EPS Global. And today we actually have a really unique and different product to what we usually do. So we usually have switches and routers, and today we actually have a Waveshaper. So this is the Waveshaper 4000B from Coherent. Coherent are a global leader in the manufacturing of lasers, communication equipment, networking equipment. And I suppose for networking guys out there, the name Finisar will ring a bell for them. So this Waveshaper comes from a family of devices from the Waveshaper B series. We have tunable optical filters, programmable optical filters, reconfigurable optical filters. And broadly speaking, this is going to be used in research, in the development of optical networks, some manufacturing processes. But basically, if you ever needed or wanted to be able to draw the exact light spectrum you were looking for, well, you're about to have a look at your new favorite toy, I think. So let's get it unboxed and have a look. Okay, so this is our Waveshaper 4000B unboxed. Really nice packaging, and what comes in the box is obviously the Waveshaper itself. We have a USB, which I'll explain, and we have a quick start guide. We have an Ethernet cable, we have a USB Type B, and we have two power cords. On the box itself, a really nice small sleek design. On the back end we have our power, our fuse, Ethernet port, USB Type B, and we have a reset button. We also have our two fans at the back, and on the business end we have our power button. We have one input and four outputs, and that's actually quite important. This is not just a filter, it's actually a switch as well. So what are we looking at here when we talk about a Waveshaper? So the simplest analogy I like to use is that it's a graphic equalizer for light. So you see DJs mixing up and down buttons, but we can actually mess around with the amplitude and phase of waves, similar to the way a DJ would with sound. So it uses liquid crystal on silicon engine, an LCOS engine. And what that actually does is it takes an incoming light signal, it splits it into its constituent colors, and then gives you independent control over the amplitude and phase of every single one of those. So you can literally draw a filter shape that you want on the computer, and the Waveshaper will make it happen in the real world. So really, really powerful. For control, I did mention the USB. So this comes with an app from Coherent. It can be downloaded from the website as well. And the simplest way, there are multiple ways of doing it. The simplest way is the app on your computer, desktop, laptop, even a tablet, and controlled over Ethernet, or you can control it over the web browser. And there's multiple different tools within that. And what we're going to do is actually show you one of them now, which is called WaveSketch. Really powerful tool. You can actually draw the wave that you want, and you can copy and paste it in. And again, the Waveshaper will make that happen in real time. So let's have a look at that. So let's have a look at our Waveshaper app. So the app actually comes in USB form, or it can be downloaded from Coherent's website. So searching for Waveshapers, please make sure that the Waveshapers are connected. So the easiest way for us to connect is using a custom IP address. So IP address in, and now we're connecting to a Waveshaper. So this Waveshaper is actually sitting in Australia at the moment. It's a Waveshaper 4000A. So we're now actually connected to our demo Waveshaper to have a look at some of the things inside the application that we can do and we can use. So the first thing I suppose to look at is on the filter, we can look at shape and control. So we can apply a preset optical filter here, or use, so our preset ones are bandpass, Gaussian pass, or band stop, or we can select one of our internal profiles to load. So let's say we're going to choose Gaussian, we apply that, and we should see it on the Waveshaper. On the control side, so we have center, so this allows us to set the center frequency of the filter, and it's programmable in 1 GHz steps. We have bandwidth, and this allows us to change the bandwidth of the filter selected, again in 1 GHz increments. Attenuation provides power control over the current filter. We have our phase, so this drop-down list lets us select how to define one of either phase, group delay, or dispersion values of the Waveshaper. And then finally we have our ports. So as you saw during the video, we have 4 ports, so we can choose which port we're actually working with. Okay, so let's move this back to bandpass and apply. So what we're going to do now is have a look at sketch. So this is an interesting tool. So it provides a GUI for controlling the attenuation, the phase, the group delay, and the dispersion of the Waveshaper in real time. So with a few clicks on my mouse, I can create a visual representation of a profile and load that into the attached Waveshaper in real time. So to see that in action, let's just create something. So we've created what we were looking for, and now go back to our filter. And now we can see that in real time on the Waveshaper. Let's look at Splitter. So the Splitter app provides a GUI for controlling a Waveshaper's attenuation and phase levels on multiple ports simultaneously across the frequency spectrum. So this mode makes it possible to share power in a single wavelength across multiple output ports without the arbitrary splitting ratios. So on the pulse section, so pulse shaping is a tool whereby the frequency domain of a pulse or sequence of pulses is manipulated in order to alter its properties. After that, we have some tools. So we can use this tool to select either frequency or wavelength. Logging allows us to bring up an old log of something we did recently on the Waveshaper. Network configuration is our IP address, some device information, and so on and so forth. And then finally, in the help section, we have some quick information. We also have it here, so we can download a PDF, which I think is actually very helpful. So it gives us an overview, an introduction to liquid crystal and silicon, how to connect properly via Ethernet, information on the GUI, defining the optical filters, programming and specifications. So it runs you through basically how to use this in a simple manner. So that is our Waveshaper 4000A and mainly the application used to control the Waveshapers.